Hi, my name is Emma Killam and I am a current first year CYC student at Fanshawe College. Today I am going to be doing a little activity on the circulatory system. It is going to be so fun and I am so excited to get started with you. So what the teacher is going to be doing is getting a bowl and a piece of paper and writing down the organs that are involved in the circulatory system and writing down the circulatory system, of course, and also some techniques, of course, that you can do to improve the circulatory system, and maybe some diseases potentially and some risk factors that can potentially cause some problems with the circulatory system, and you can do a little discussion on the circulatory system about that. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna pull out a name or of an organ or just a little piece of paper out of the bowl, and I am going to be talking about it and showing you, or whatever it is going to be. Okay, and we're going to be doing a little activity. Okay, so here goes. Just gonna shuffle it up. The arteries. Okay. Now, it can be totally different for your activity. Now, you don't even just need to do the circulatory system. You can do the digestive system or the respiratory system. It doesn't even matter. So, we are going to be talking about the arteries today and how important the arteries are. Okay? So we have the circulatory system here, and you guys are welcome to draw a diagram here to just have for reference in your binders or in your little duotanes or whatever you have in your folders or whatever you have there. So let's get started. I have drawn a little diagram here of a person and a little thing here of the arteries. Now, it doesn't have everything in the circulatory system because it would have the heart, it would have veins, it would have so much more, but it has a majority of the things, I guess, because we have just picked artery. Now, here is a picture of what an artery looks like, okay? Now, just for curiosity and everything on what the color codes are, I am going to tell you what the colors mean for this diagram. So peach or cream means the walls of the arteries, okay? It's this right here, okay, is the outer layer of the artery, and it holds all of the inner layers of, like, the artery is just a whole bunch of layers, and it holds all these little blood cells. Those are little blood cells, okay? Right in here. if you see them. And then that's blood. And then the blood travels in the artery, and that is how that goes. And then these are veins. That's what the blue is, because that's only what that is. The blue is vein, the red is blood, and also that is the heart, okay? And then that is the brain up here. I want to stress that the brain is not part of the circulatory system. And then the red is also the inside of the artery as well. And then right here is the outer wall of artery. Okay. Now, right here is the adventitia. Now, what that does, its function right there, this yellow thing, what that does, it connects these tissues in here to other neighboring arteries. Okay, so like it would be the aorta, it would be the subclavian artery, it would be the carotid artery, which is the artery that connects the head and the neck, and it would be the coronary artery, the femoral artery, that's the to the aorta, etc. So it connects all of these. Okay, and it pumps blood. That's how the blood pumps throughout the body. Like travels and then the blood travels throughout all the body, but the blood can't travel throughout the body without the arteries. So that's what the arteries are for. And then the intima, okay, that's the blue, okay? The intima. The intima, it is the inner layer. So this is an inner layer, okay? And it is lined by a smooth tissue. A smooth tissue, which is called the endothelium. Now, again, this holds all of the blood cells in here and has the blood, and these travel through the artery. And then this right here is the media. Now what the media does, it is a layer of muscle that lets arteries handle the high pressure from the heart, okay? So this is the heart, and you know very well that the high pressures, when the heart goes boom, 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 you know? When it does that, that is the heart pumping blood. Now when the heart carries oxygenated blood throughout all of the body, okay, it could go to here, it could go to here, it could go it could go to here, it could go everywhere throughout the body, okay? Now, when it's done that, what does it need to do? It needs to go back to the heart to get oxygen again. Why? Because the blood doesn't have any oxygen in the blood. It doesn't have. So now it has to travel through the arteries, and it needs to have a thick outer wall, and the media is protecting this blood, and it protects the artery from that big pounding, okay? So that is what the media does. So that's literally what all of the artery is. And then this little passageway, that is just another passage through this thing. So if I go closer here, that's what that is for. So it could connect to this artery, it could connect to that artery, it could connect to that artery, etc. So there are a whole bunch of different type of arteries in the body, okay? There is the femoral artery. Now that is for the lower extremity. You will find that in the leg. So that's in the muscles, like in between the bones and in the behind the veins. It'll be in your leg. And then if you travel up, so all of this, like, it'll be going through your digestive system, but we'll not be getting into too much of that. It'll be going through your stomach and then up towards your heart, which is on the left side of your body. It is the aorta, and the aorta is the largest. It is the largest artery in your body. Pretty cool, huh? And then if you go up, these two are, so the reason why am I like, oh, that's the right, oh, that's the left? Well, this guy is mirroring back at you. So think of it as a mirror, okay? This guy is looking back at you. So this is my left and this is my right. However, if someone is looking at you, this is my left would be their right, and your right would be their left. So here, so if I do the circulatory system here, and just a little bit of what the arteries do here. So what the oxygen depleted blood, after the blood pumps the oxygen depleted blood, the right side, okay, so this is the right side, okay, right here, via the veins. So the veins right here, okay, it travels via the veins. And then your heart pumps this blood to the lungs. So the lungs are not in here. The lungs are part of the circulatory system, but the lungs would be right here, and the left lung would be right behind here. You see, that's why it'd be the mirror back to you. Your heart is not on the right side of your body. So that's why it's okay. The blood gets rid of carbon dioxide and picks up fresh oxygen, okay? So that's what it does. And then newly oxygenated blood returns to the left side. So it travels like this and pumps the arteries. So it goes like boom, 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 boom. Eventually, oxygenated blood, like the blood, enters the capillaries. So like here's capillaries and blood cells. Here it releases oxygen and nutrients to your body's organs. So it goes like this. And tissues. So it'll go like, oh, it'll enter the stomach. Oh, it'll enter maybe the kidneys, liver, maybe it'll go up in the brain, etc. But yeah, here's the other kidney. You get my drift. Lungs. There's a whole bunch of different organs that it can go to. Here it releases oxygen, and then it picks up carbon dioxide and other waste products. So the kidneys, again, the digestive system and everything. So the kidneys are responsible for releasing waste products and a whole bunch of other toxins. So like urine and then the colon and is responsible for getting rid of your poop. So again, the toxins like that, that's what the blood and the oxygen is supposed to help for. Waste products. The oxygen depleted blood then returns to the heart. So like this. There we go. Returns to the heart via the veins, and then the cycle begins all over again. So that's how the circulatory system works. I hope that helps. Now, you're probably thinking, like how can I differentiate between the left and the right side for the functions in the circulatory system? Well, I can help with that. So, left, right. So, again, what does your right side do? This is the right. Vaginal labor, lung, kidney, right, so the left side is supposed to pump arteries. Okay? And then the right side So always remember veins for the right side, and then arteries. Okay, arteries for the left side, okay? For the heart. And then it's pump arteries and return blood. Like return oxygen depleted blood via veins. But function for the heart and the circulatory system. That's just a little thing I like to remember for this. And if you like to take a picture of this little thing, that is completely okay. So here you go. This is a little activity for you, and you can just copy this little diagram if you would like. Then that is completely okay. I hope you had fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that activity as well as I did, and that activity helped you guys learn, as that was a visual to help you guys learn, and that you will guys enjoy this resource for the future and for future quizzes and maybe tests as a helpful study guide. So there are variations for this activity, as I said before, for the respiratory system and the digestive system as well. And also you could do the other organs as well. So like I said before, we could have picked out the types of things that you could do to help your circulatory system. So we could have done an activity like the breathing techniques. So if we picked that one, we would have done a breathing activity. So like we could have done some deep breathing, like the box breathing. And what that would have done is, if we did some deep breathing, I would have asked you, after a little while, I would have asked you how you would have felt your lungs breathe, and just to, if you could feel your heart beat, you know, and just that, if you feel your blood rushing or anything, if you feel nice and calm and all of that too as well, I would have been asking that. And feel free, your teacher can feel free to do that as well. And also we could have We could have done an exercise to get the heart pumping as well. We could have drew that piece of paper, and we could have done a physical activity to make your heart go really fast. And I would have asked you if you feel sweaty, or if you feel like your heart's beating really fast, or if you feel dizzy at all, or if you feel tired and if you need a drink of water, that type of thing. That activity would have maybe lasted 10 or 15 minutes. That activity could have been anything, you know. We could have discussed the veins more closely, the heart. We did already kind of talk about the heart, but the more we would have talked about the valves, we would have talked about the ventricles, we would have talked about all those, and more in depth about the circulatory system and the organs revolving around that, and you know, just the other systems as well, you know. And there is also the things that can, and you could do discussions around the heart disease and heart attacks, stroke, and all of those type of things as well. And like, if anybody has rough veins, because you know, I have rough veins, you know, and just other types of stuff like that, you know. There are whole types of different activities that you can do to help learn more about the human body. And I hope you guys are curious enough to know about the human body, because there's tons of stuff that you need to know about the human body, and it is very important to know because we need to take care of ourselves. So thank you for watching this today.